Hello there everyone, my name is David Lutchford and in this lesson I'm going to be teaching you about diphthongs in ancient Greek. I'm just interrupting myself to say that it can also be pronounced diphthong. In fact, most people will probably pronounce it as diphthong nowadays. But I can defend my pronunciation by appealing to the fact that the word comes from the ancient Greek adjective diphthongos. The ph part of the word is a transliteration of the Greek letter phi, which, as we learned in the first lesson, was originally an aspirated P sound. So I think the pronunciation diphthong is closer to the original Greek adjective diphthongos than the pronunciation diphthong is. But anyway, let's not worry about the English, we are here for the Greek. A diphthong is a combination of two vowels forming a single syllable. In ancient Greek, there are 8 diphthongs, and you need to know how to pronounce them in order to be able to pronounce ancient Greek generally. The first diphthong in ancient Greek is alpha plus iota. Alpha plus iota makes the sound I, as in I'll. I. The second diphthong in ancient Greek is alpha plus upsilon. Alpha plus upsilon makes ow, as in cow. Ow. My neighbours will think I'm in pain, or something like that. The third diphthong in ancient Greek is epsilon plus iota. Epsilon plus iota makes a, as in they. A. The fourth diphthong in ancient Greek is epsilon plus upsilon. Now, you pronounce these separately, as in epsilon plus upsilon. Epsilon is e, upsilon is u. So, together they make a. This was one of the hardest ones for me to learn at first, actually. The fifth diphthong is eta plus upsilon. Now this is pronounced as you would expect, given epsilon plus upsilon. You pronounce this a. Sixthly, we have omicron plus iota. Omicron plus iota is pronounced oi, as in coin. Oi. Now it sounds like I'm trying to get somebody's attention. The seventh diphthong is omicron plus upsilon. Omicron plus upsilon sounds like oo, as in pool. Ooh. And finally we have upsilon plus iota. Upsilon plus iota is pronounced a bit like epsilon plus upsilon in that you sound out each element distinctly. So upsilon sounds like u, iota sounds like I, together ui. Like the French word oui. Ui. It sounds just like the French word. Ui. Okay, let us recap. We have I, ow, a, oi, oo, ui. Those are the 8 diphthongs you find in ancient Greek. Now, let's practice reading some words using some of these diphthongs. This first word, take the time to pause the video and try and say it yourself first. Basileus, meaning king. The second word is naumachia. You can see we've got that long alpha at the end, as indicated by the macron. Naumachia. Naumachia is a noun referring to a naval battle. Ploion. A ploion is a ship. Fourthly, we have the word teichos. A teichos is a wall. Finally, we have a proper name. And I think you can guess whose name this is. However, remember that zeta is pronounced zd. So this would be said Zdeus. Before we go, are there any derivatives from these? I think we get the name Basil from Basileus. With regard to naumachia, the part of the word at the start, spelled nu alpha upsilon, gives us the English words that begin in NAU to do with seafaring, like nautical, for example. We don't get it from this word exactly, there are other ancient Greek words that use that stem, but what I mean is that three-letter stem comes from ancient Greek, and you see it in the word naumachia. I'm not sure about teikos and ploion. If you can think of any, let me know. But anyway, we're going to talk about transliteration in a future lesson, which is how to write Greek words in English, and that makes it a lot easier to figure out whether there are any derivations from them in English. But anyway, that's all there is to diphthongs. Very short lesson, but it means you're a step further to being able to pronounce any Greek word. Keep up the good work.